Yeah, it's dark.
The moon landing happened, Jake.
Real dad shit, dog.
Don't fuck with me or I'ma fuck with you.
For all the emo sad girls, I want to touch bellies with this man.
Welcome to Scene Labs. Get ready to dive deep into the heavy riffs and raw energy of the metal universe. Whether you're a seasoned headbanger or just tuning in, Scene Labs is your backstage pass to everything metal, from classic anthems to the latest releases.
Hey!
It's good.
So you could literally just sit at home, create these prompts, and send them to me.
Yeah.
All your input. I could just talk to him the whole time.
You could. All right.
We got to name him.
Name him?
Yeah.
Well, his name on here is, well, I guess the voice is Canyon, so we can call him Canyon.
Canyon. All
and
right.
we're greeted by a train.
Please. God damn it. So please welcome the third member of our show, everyone, Canyon.
Do you think the Google
Brought to you
AI
by Microsoft.
I was going to say, do you think the Microsoft AI is copyrighted, like anything he says?
You think it's demonetized for using Canyon's voice? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, shit. Well, how's it going, Jake?
Well, that's pretty good.
Do you remember how we introduced the podcast last week? Welcome to Sick Labs.
Oh, yeah, Sick Labs.
That
We were
shit
all
got
sick.
worse.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I don't know if you got, I think you recovered fully, right?
Well, I'm still congested. You'll hear it every now and then.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty bad.
I'm also still congested, but part of me wonders if it's actually from being sick or if now it's just life.
Yeah, it's just cold outside, so.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why we're delayed again in putting the episode out. Jake and I had 2 episodes scheduled that we had to cancel because I was fucking ill. So we're back though. And Jake, what's the first thing we're going to do being back?
Are we going to try the...
We're going to try the Coke Oreo.
Oh, the Oreo Coke.
And just putting this out there, this is the 0 sugar version. I don't know if there's a regular version of it.
I think it's only Coke Zero.
Okay. That would make sense.
Which doesn't make sense to me because they're adding more of a sugary flavor.
Well, every new drink that comes out now seems to be 0 sugar.
Yeah.
Like the hard monsters, they don't make those.
That's true.
All right. Do you think it's going to be ass? Like, do you have any...
I don't know. I mean, I already don't like Coke Zero because...
Smell it first.
I
That's a
haven't-
weird...
I have a negative... It kind of smells like vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
You want me to try it first?
Yeah,
Since
go
I-
ahead.
Okay.
And then just hand it to me before you give your thoughts.
It does just kind of taste like a vanilla Coke.
Ooh, but on the back end of it, there's definitely Oreo.
Yeah, a little bit. Mine's kind of muted by the whatever sugar-free additive they're using because for some reason I don't know. I can't drink sugar-free stuff.
Sucralose.
Yeah.
Oh, and aspartame. It has
Oh,
both
God.
in it.
I'm fucked. I'm allergic to it. I get splitting migraines.
Are you actually?
And yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that before you...
It's not like that. It's like if I drink an entire drink, I get the worst headache in my life.
Oh, damn.
That's about it. Not like I'm going to die kind of allergic, not like anaphylactic shock, but I get terrible migraines from that stuff.
I see you trying to create content, drinking something that is going to make you look like Will Smith in that Hitch when he got stung by the bee. First single of the day, Silverstein have released their new song entitled Confession.
How many days? How many nights? How did I stay so many more times? I wish I was stronger, 'cause I knew from the start we're just putting bullets in already broken hearts.
They have also announced a double album, Anti-Bloom and Pink Moon. Anti-Bloom will see its release on February 21st via UNFD, with Pink Moon to follow later in the year. The new single, Confession, serves as a follow-up to a previously released single, Skin and Bones. The two offer listeners the first glimpse at what Anti-Bloom and Pink Moon has in store. So, Jake, I forget. we talked about Silverstein a few times on the podcast, but were you a fan like back in their like peak years?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what this band is capable of.
Oh, yeah.
And with this single and the last single we talked about, how are you feeling about Silverstein right now?
I mean, they know the formula.
They know what they're good at.
They do. And these 2 songs are really good.
I haven't been this excited for a Silverstein song in a long time, like album, not song, in a long ass time.
Yeah, I think this album's going to be really good. Skin and Bones I listened to that song probably like 5 times on repeat.
Yeah.
And that was yesterday.
The chorus in Confession and Skin and Bones makes me think this band is still like finding new things to improve, because I think these 2 choruses are 2 of the best choruses they've ever had on a song. And I think back to some of the most, like My Heroine on their like second album. You can really see the development with Silverstein, and Shane Told is everywhere. He's had podcasts. He loves the other artists in the scene with him. He enjoys this type of music. And I just feel like the guy is like almost like the Kevin Durant of the emo scene, where he doesn't really have a wife. He doesn't have no kids. He probably does. I don't know. But he just seems like music is his number one focus, and he just never stops. But like you said, if you're good at something, why change it?
Yeah. And it's still good.
Yep.
How long has it been since they put anything out that got like a whole lot of attention?
I feel like they always get a reasonable amount of attention every album cycle.
Yeah.
I feel like that's typically what happens. So in their top 5, you got their 2 old songs.
Smile in Your Sleep.
Infinite, which is a 5-6-year-old song now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember being as high on that record as I feel like I'm going to be with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Silverstein just, I don't know what it is, but even their videos and their album artwork, it all feels like Silverstein.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the album artwork for the new album at the very top for Confession, that is sick. And that is, like, I'm not an artist. I couldn't sit here and tell you what it is, but they always do that. Like, they're discovering the Waterfront album artwork. It also looks, so that's the album artwork.
Yeah.
That's sick.
116 days. 5 hours, 26 minutes, and 44, 43, 42 seconds.
Just have Canyon count down the release of Anti-Bloom. Yeah. I'm very happy to see the Silverstein are still killing it. It's not getting repetitive. It's fucking working. I'm excited to see the rest of the album. And a double album? That's fucking exciting. Who the fuck does that anymore?
Yeah.
More bands should do
I
that.
have that many songs already.
So how many are going to be on Anti-Bloom?
It is going to be 8 on Anti-Bloom.
So it'll probably be like a 16 track total between the 2.
Yeah. Which would be like one full size album.
That'd be a big album, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add about the video or the song, or?
Not really.
Good song.
Good song.
I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.
4. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, be on the lookout for that new Silverstein record, and we will for sure be talking about it. Jake, what's next?
Next is The Works of You by Bloom.
Yeah, so there's this little metalcore band. I don't know if they're new necessarily, but they're smaller. They have some pretty substantial but small for most metalcore bands that we talk about. But they are kind of killing it right now. Yeah, so they have 62,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. That's nothing to fucking shy away at, but
It's still small for a
it is.
band.
It's small, so like to where their streaming numbers aren't going to pay for anything yet.
Yeah.
I was first turned on to this band earlier this year by a friend of mine. and I listened to their album that came out this year, by the way, and I thought it was good. I didn't return to it mostly because there's just been so much music coming out this year. I can't keep up with it all, especially when it comes to putting shit on repeat. But this song, "The Works of You" by Bloom, is one of the best metalcore songs of the year. And I was like, I have to throw it on the podcast. We have to talk about it because holy fuck. I just wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
It's very sad, screamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brings you back to like earlier eras of Bring Me the Horizon.
It's definitely classic emo music.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's got that like the Vans. It is a very Warped Tour-esque song, I think. Just like the sadder side of Warped Tour metal. But was this the first song by Bloom you had heard?
I don't think so. I've definitely heard other songs by them before. Siren Song rings a bell for sure.
That was on their new album this year.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's a chance that you've heard certain bands more than me because you listen to all the AI playlists.
Yeah, sometimes they're good. They throw new shit at me. That's how I find out if you don't tell me. Because I'm not on Twitter and all that.
There's also a good chance that they're on TikTok.
That's true. But I don't know. TikTok's kind of fallen off for that.
Yeah.
Every other scroll on TikTok is just somebody trying to make money off of something, some kind of product.
I think it's just oversaturated too.
Ad, person doing an ad, actual ad, another ad, some girl finger blasting herself in her car, another ad. It's
you
I
get
don't
the
even use TikTok anymore. Dude.
I don't know what side of TikTok you get the finger blasting in the car. I get the finger
It's
blasting at the
live
Dayseeker
shit.
concert.
Like you'll come across some kind of live thing and it's like, what the fuck is this? Keep going. Out of here.
TikTok's slowly becoming a cesspool.
It's yeah.
Anyway, but I heard about this band from the old classic way. Word of mouth. A person told me, check this out. I checked it out and I followed them to when this new song came out and I was blown away. I mean, it just made me happy to hear this song. I was just like, I would see this band live in a heartbeat. Like if I saw that they were like an opener or a secondary opener on a tour, I would go fucking early to see them. And they just like, they do metalcore well without trying to reinvent the genre, I think. They're not, like, that's the thing about this band. They're not pushing boundaries. They're not changing the game in any way yet. But it's also just not stereotypical octane core either. There's depth to it.
Yeah.
Musically. And you can tell with this song, they did the whole upbeat song into the really sad bridge and then brought it back in. And that I'm a sucker for that 100% of the time. So yeah, I definitely wanted to just give props to these guys. And I also tweeted them and I was like, hey, if y'all want to be friends, we can have you on the podcast. But
Trying to catch you on the way up.
yeah,
Let me grab.
holding on to the coattails.
Let me grab a hold real quick.
Sir, can I grab your chain?
As seen on Scene Labs podcast, the band Bloom.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the song a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. There was a cool visualizer. They don't have enough of a following for me to critique them having a visualizer. It's not a big deal when unless you're like Motionless in White or Breaking Benjamin. I don't care if you have a video or not. So I don't fault them for that. 4 out of 5.
I think I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we got next, Jake?
Next is, the, I guess, long-awaited return of Breaking Benjamin.
So far away, I'm dead awoken, and I'm faded out of breath. Life falls to gray, hope of the hopeless, and I pray without a prayer. God,
Yeah. Did you realize it was long awaited?
I don't really know. Hold on.
It had been 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. And people acted
It
like it had
definitely
been a
feels like
decade.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? What was their last?
So they did the song with Starset, which was great.
And they had a couple.
They did an acoustic album, a cover of Iris, and then Ember.
Yeah, Ember was their last actual.
So what year did that come out?
2018.
So 6 years.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
years ago.
So like
Red Cold River.
Breaking Benjamin has been around for so long at this point to where I feel like a 5-year gap isn't that dramatic.
It's also a 12-song album.
I remember it being good.
Oh, it was definitely good.
I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like people blew their leave of absence out of proportion. Like they didn't hang up the cape or nothing. They didn't announce a hiatus. They just were chilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're going to lose. I don't think Breaking Benjamin can lose listeners. I don't think that's possible anymore. They're at 7.3 million.
So that's like, they're solid. And they've probably been at 7.3 million for 5 years.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's dropped any. They're not going to lose anything.
all right, let's get the negatives out of the way. What the fuck are we getting a still picture for?
Not even a visualizer.
Yeah, no, we didn't even get a visualizer. We got a picture of a maze, probably the album artwork, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of flashed. It kind of shimmied a little bit. The fuck is that? What record label are they on?
BMG.
Yeah, they're on fucking BMG. The fuck do we have a flashing picture for? I don't know. Am I being a bitch about it? Or I feel like your return track, especially when everyone's hyping the return up, give us a fucking video.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
I don't care if you're in the same goddamn
It'd
warehouse
make
that you recorded So Cold in. The fucking flashing lights and TVs. Just do something.
It would make it so much more eventful.
Yeah.
The hype. More hype.
Now that the bad's out of the way, the song is fucking great.
It is a Breaking Benjamin song.
Oh my God. So are you not that impressed by it?
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm pretty impressed by it.
So you saying it's a Breaking Benjamin song is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a hater of Breaking Benjamin.
Who is? Is there anyone that hates Breaking Benjamin?
I feel like there would be, for sure, some people that are haters.
That's like someone
The
hating.
hardcore kids are definitely Breaking Benjamin haters.
No. Oh, like Knocked Loose fans?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. What about like Daughtry? I don't think I've ever heard someone hate on Daughtry.
I feel like it's the same people.
It's the same crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, so not our people.
Yeah.
Not the people that listen to this podcast for damn sure.
If you can't stand around and punch people in the face, they don't want to listen to it.
Dude, Breaking Benjamin has a magic, and they have had it since the beginning, and they have never let go of it. And this is another example of a band that's not reinventing a genre or anything, but they have perfected this modern melodic rock with heavy elements sprinkled in, you know? You want a fucking rock chorus? Breaking Benjamin will write you the best fucking chorus you can have. Canyon couldn't have come up with a better chorus than Breaking Benjamin.
Also, you did have it written down, and I didn't read it. Yeah, their partnership with BMG also marks the group's first new label since their debut album.
I forgot I wrote that down.
Yeah, so this is their first new label for 20 years. They've been under the same. Maybe that's why we didn't get a video.
Okay, so do you think they got the bag?
I would hope so.
Like, you deserve a raise at this point, right? Like, I'm sure contracts get renegotiated throughout that 20 years, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. It didn't affect the music though.
No, it was good.
I'm going to say two things that are going to sound like polar opposites, but they're the same. They switched labels for the first time in 20 years. The music sounds exactly the same, and that is a great thing.
Yeah.
Because I want Breaking Benjamin to sound like Breaking Benjamin. I would get sick of, like a lot of people make comparisons with Motionless in White's choruses sounding Breaking Benjamin-y from time to time. If Motionless in White decided, no, we're just going to sound like Breaking Benjamin 100% of the time, yeah, that would get annoying. I want Breaking Benjamin to sound like Breaking Benjamin 100% of the time. I just really liked this song. Every time I listen to it, it makes me happy. They have a soothing sound to them. Like, and I'm sure you imagine what I'm talking about. Driving at night, motorcycle, with just a Breaking Benjamin chorus playing in your ears.
Yeah.
And the fucking lyrics surprise me here. It's a positive core song. He talks about, like, there's a lyric in the song specifically that stuck out to me was that I still feel the call of life. And I'm like, Whoa, that was surprisingly positive for a rock or metal song. Like the lyrics here, I think that's maybe something that's changed. I think that the lyrics in this song are better than the previous album.
Just talking about surviving.
Yeah, if you just want like a motivating, happy, uplifting rock song that's kind of moody sounding still, like instrumentally, they have it, and they're so good at it. I'm gonna give this song a 4.5 out of 5. And if you have thoughts, you can still say that. I just wanted to get my rating out of the way.
I think I'm gonna give it about the same, 4.5. I don't really have much else to say about it. I mean, it's a good Breaking Benjamin song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that we're a scene podcast. We talk about metalcore, emo stuff, but Jake and I both got our start with dad rock.
That's the thing, though. Like, Breaking Benjamin became dad rock. It kind of was
Scene
scene
and niche at the time.
Yeah.
Like when So Cold came out, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, oh, everyone's listening to Breaking Benjamin, you know, that boring fucking butt rock. No.
Yeah, they weren't always like that. It just became that somehow, and I don't know how.
It's like they were the ones you were bullied to for listening to in high school at one point.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty much everybody I knew listened to Breaking Benjamin at least. But
oh, well, either way, they weren't always the popular, uncool band to listen to.
You were probably bullied at your school for listening to it.
What, my home school? My mom?
Yeah. Oh, it's playing right now. I was like, what's going on?
Do you have excitement for a Breaking Benjamin album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they could work their way back into my life somehow.
You know they've been on tour with Daughtry?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me all that much, but...
You know, I've still only ever seen 30 seconds of a Breaking Benjamin song live.
Really?
We were walking out of Blue Ridge Rock Fest to I Will Not Bow. Because we had enough. We were done. We wanted to go home.
Try to beat the crowd while everybody else is watching Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, we literally ran through the side of the crowd to get to our car. I want to see them. I'm excited for their album. Let's move on. Jake, Underoath have returned again with their new song, Survivor's Guilt.
7 years of me, counting 23. I wonder when what happens it was up to me. Lost in empire is what I built. Now I'm stuck here with survivor's guilt. We used to cut lives together, so we have a story to tell. It's not like I did any better. The stars are pulling from hell.
Fun fact, this music video was filmed and edited in under 48 hours while they were on tour, and it is the second single off of what is believed to be a new record. I know you're just dying to share how excited you are about an Underoath song. So since I know you're going to just talk shit, I'm going to let you go first, and then I will finish it up and fix the damage you do.
I mean, it was pretty underwhelming song.
What do you think made it underwhelming?
I don't know what it was. It seemed like something about the mix, maybe. It was just like you could barely understand any guitar in it.
Mm.
It was mainly just drums and background noise is what it sounded like to me. And no solid like groove to get into. I don't know.
No, and I'm not like putting you on the spot and making you defend your case or anything, but you liked the previous Underoath single.
Yeah, it was all right.
So,
I don't know. This one felt different to me.
I you know what? I'm going to give you props because there was a time where you would have just sworn off Underoath and not even given it the time of day.
I mean, I had to listen to it. I'll let you know, though. Probably won't again.
So
Unless
Jake's
it
not a
comes to-
fan.
No, I'm not really a fan of that one.
All right, let me let you in on something. This song and the last song are very divisive among Underoath fans right now. Their Facebook posts and an Underoath fan Facebook page full of 30-year-old dudes are arguing fucking like teeth and nail Tooth. Did I say teeth and
Tooth
nail?
they're fighting tooth and nail.
They're fighting tooth and nail over these songs, whether they are absolute garbage or actually kind of incredible. So
I wouldn't in any shape or form call it incredible, but
So I don't think I would call it incredible. However, I really do like the way that Underoath sound is aging.
I think I'd call it tolerable.
So are we just talking about this single, or are you talking about the 2 new songs from the new era in general?
I think the 2 new songs. It's not really my kind of music. I don't
The
know.
chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic, no real like groove to it. Like,
Well, Teeth had groove.
well, yeah, Teeth had more groove than this one kind of did. This one almost kind of sounded, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Would you admit that these songs
It's almost indescribable, the sound.
Would you admit that these 2 songs don't belong in the same album together? Like they're very different.
No, they're similar enough that
Really?
it could be
Okay.
on the same album.
All right. So I fucking love Underoath.
Say.
I wanted to just showcase the. By the way, it was not planned that we both wore flannels today, but I got
Today appears to be flannel day.
Yeah, I got the Underoath Dixon flannel, which is really good quality. This is not an ad for Dixon, but it's like the best quality flannel I've ever.
Of which I found for him.
Yes, he sent it to me.
Because I know about Dixon flannels, even though I'm not wearing one. This is a cheap, I'm pretty sure Coleman makes this one. You know, the people that make like lanterns and shit.
Coleman, I think of grills,
Yeah, grills, lanterns, all they make like
appliances.
They make like little miniature like dirt bike things too. Like I don't know.
They just make everything.
They make everything.
But yeah, Dixon flannel, and it's the Underoath limited edition. You see, you got the O on the pocket, and then the tag has the album cover from Thoroughly Chasing Safety, which is
Also,
really
you kept the label that was on it, right? It's a sticker.
what?
The label is always a sticker.
No, I threw away the fucking tag. Why? Gee, you got to tell me these things. Jay. Why would I keep the tag that came on my flannel?
Did it say Underoath on it?
Oh, you're talking about the bigger tag.
Yeah.
I think I actually did keep that because I thought it was
Because I
cool.
think it is a sticker.
I didn't know
You
that.
should check. But
Yeah. Anyway, so I really enjoy Underoath. They were like the band that got me into metal. So maybe I'm a little biased, right? I'm going to give that. I said it. I'm going to say it once, and I'm not going to say it again because I think the song is genuinely good. I really enjoyed both this song and Teeth. However, I will say I was higher on Teeth. Teeth sounded more original to me. And I love like how they incorporated the electronic elements in that song. Whereas in this song, it was a little bit more like garage band sounding, like a bunch of friends jamming. It's not really perfected. It's not pristine. And I like that about Underoath because they do that sound well to me. And I just like the thrashy, chaotic, every note's not perfect. One, like, I think Aaron sang one of the parts in the song a little flat, but it sounded genuine to me. Like, it sounded closer to a live performance than it did a very clean, polished, pristine Wage War album, right? And I like that too.
So does bad equal genuine?
Bad doesn't equal genuine, but art is subjective.
It is. Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
So, I don't know. I get why Underoath fans don't like it. I think they're being a little harsh on the band. But for those of us that do like this new era of Underoath, I've just got to say, as your leader, I think that we're in for a really good fucking album. What are you giggling at that?
I would have said the same thing.
Me as their leader?
As the leader of Underoath fandom.
I'm not the biggest Underoath fan in the world, I promise.
I actually know somebody else that bought that too.
The Underoath one?
Yeah.
Oh, who?
My friend TJ.
Oh, he works at...
No, he lives in my apartment complex and I ride motorcycles with him every now and then.
Oh.
He rides a Harley.
You know, I bet do you think TJ liked the new song?
I don't know. You want me to ask him? Hold on, we'll get a third party. We'll see if he answers. How do you feel about new Underoath songs?
Oh, just these two specifically.
Yeah.
Because the last album, they changed the sound a lot. You just going to text him and report back?
Yeah, I'll report back
All right.
later.
I'm going to give the new Underoath song Survivor's Guilt I think I'm going to give it a 3.25 out of 5. Again, I will revisit it because it's Underoath, but I will say that I don't think it is their best. And to follow up Teeth with this song maybe wasn't the strat, in my opinion, but I still think it's a good song, and I'm very excited for the new album. What's your rating?
2.
Hey,
It's better than a 1.
it is better than a 1. I don't think you've ever given a song a 1 before, though.
Nah. I don't think I would.
I feel like if there was a 1 that you would have given a 1, but we cut. We didn't end up talking about it. The other thing is a lot of old Underoath fans bought this because it's for their first album
That's true.
that people really liked and was not conflicted on. Everyone just liked it.
Mm.
Jake, what do we have next?
Bill fucking Murray
The hog cranker himself.
with the 420cc extended edition of American Motorsports with 2 new songs. The End.
You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, 'cause you're staring at the end. You're staring at the end.
And Too Late.
So tell me I'm the worst, and you hate me now. Drag me through the dirt, make it hurt like hell. Don't leave me with the lie, I can tell myself. Please tell me that it's too late now.
He also added some songs from previous releases to the 420cc edition.
Yes, there are About to Cash You, Livin', Laughin', Lovin'. They are added to the deluxe.
You gonna make fun of my spelling?
Deluxe. And the American Motor Tour second lap is happening.
Yes.
And
So
we are going.
a lot to break down here. Let's talk about the tour first and go up. Fuck yeah.
We're going to go do it again.
We're doing it again, and they're doing it in Richmond.
Yeah.
We don't have to go to North Carolina for it.
No, we get to stay in Virginia and do it. This
Also,
is what I asked for years ago.
this venue that we're going to see him in, the National in Richmond this time, is triple the size of the venue that we saw him in previously.
Yeah, the last one was like a rundown like auditorium.
Very small.
Yeah, it was like a small city theater, like
Yes.
an actual theater where there would be seats.
But they took the seats out.
Yeah.
So
You're
you're
left with
standing
just
on
the most slanted ass floor you've ever stood on.
Yeah. But I will say, I don't regret seeing, I'm glad we got to see Bill Murray in a small venue.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was so cool.
And they
But-
did play one of their new songs. They played The End, didn't
Yes.
they? Yeah.
Yes. And it was very good live. We knew right then and there that we were in for a wild hog cranking experience with this 420C. We actually got the album artwork early. I won't say how, but we were given it consensually by people. And that's all I'm going to say. So we knew it was coming. And of course, Scene Labs podcast, hello, we were fucking hype.
Our mascot.
Yeah, honestly. Our other 2 members of this podcast are Johnny Frank and Canyon.
Canyon.
You should ask Canyon what he thinks about Bill Murray.
Okay.
But he's probably going to think you're talking about the actor. Say like the emo band Bill Murray. We're just asking what he thinks about Johnny Frank from Bill Murray.
Hey, Jacob. How can I help this evening?
What do you think of the band Bill Murray?
Bill Murray? Total genre defiers, right? The way they blend
Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
just tie in my thoughts together. So, back to Bill Murray. Their genre blending is just so distinctive, isn't it? Their mashup of styles brings this unique energy, making them a standout in the music scene. Any particular track or album that caught your ear?
The 2 new songs, The End and Too Late.
Both bangers. The End's intensity and Tulips has that signature mix of emotional depth and catchiness.
Hold up!
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You know what? Stop talking. This is pre-generated stuff, just to say.
Did he say tulips?
He doesn't even know what song it is. He's just giving you...
He's using you for information, and then...
And it's Bill Murray. Like the actor Bill Murray.
This just in, folks. Canyon is no longer a part of Scene Labs.
No, he's been kicked out for using generic things just to make it sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Canyon has announced his departure from As I Lay Dying. Oh, the fucking mid-sentence cutoff was the funniest part.
It's like, just tying my thoughts together, trying to think of how to talk about this when I had known absolutely nothing about it.
He's in the background Googling, trying to figure out what the fuck we're talking about. Oh, God.
I mean, he did say it hits the sweet spot between heaviness and melody. So, I mean, he's kind of right.
It's such a general statement, though. That's like every song we talk about.
Yeah.
You know what? No. Bill Murray deserves more than what Canyon gave him.
You're out. Canyon's out. No more AI.
So, do you feel like Bow to Cashew and Livin', Laughin', Lovin' kind of just always belonged on this album and he just kind of figured that out in time for the deluxe?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely fit on the album for sure.
Is it strange to you that he threw them in the middle of the album and not like at the end or the beginning?
It is kind of weird because the two new songs are at the beginning and then Bow to Cashew is just right in the middle. And yeah, 6 and 7 directly in the middle.
Like, do you think he was like, yeah, it's got to be between Miss Me and Spinning You Around?
I don't know. God, I love Spinning You Around though.
This album just got better though, because I listened to those two songs that weren't on there originally. So now I can just shuffle this album and get even more songs to listen to.
All the great Bill Murray songs, other than some of the old ones.
Yeah. Goblin Hours is still fucking goated, but all right, let's talk about the songs specifically. First of all, we're going to talk about the one with the B-roll footage and the lyric video, Too Late.
Yeah.
And so basically what we figured out, or at least what we're assuming heavily, is that both of these videos were filmed the exact same time. Our signs for that were he was in the same clothes, he had the same monster, he had the same sunglasses. So
and he wasn't singing the song.
He wasn't singing
he
the
wasn't
lyrics.
Mouthing words. Yeah.
He was just doing he was doing Johnny Frank shit.
Billy Murray.
Hey, I bet Canyon would be like, oh, yes, Billy Murray.
Yeah, yes, I'm very familiar.
I know exactly who that is.
Their blend with heaviness and melody.
Fucking AI. But what do you think of the song Too Late?
I feel like it fits in this album really well.
Yeah.
It's not like a standout track to me.
It's a little sadder.
It's sadder, yeah. Sadder, slower. It's not one of the standout tracks that I would really consider up there with some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But it blends well into there.
Do you think it fits well as a track too? I thought that being a second track on this album was weird.
No, I think he should have probably dipped those at the end because they're bonuses, but he decided to put them at the beginning.
See, I disagree. I disagree with you about the end. I think the end. So let's just get right into it. Too Late. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. It's good.
Yeah, I think I would also give it a 3 out of 5.
The song we both want to talk about is the end.
Yeah.
Because that
put the end at the end.
Whoa. Wait, he put the end at the beginning.
Yeah. What's going on?
Hold on. He did that on purpose.
Big brain. We'll start with the end.
He's a plant.
We'll start with the end.
I love this fucking song so much.
Yeah, it's such a good song.
Johnny did say that he thought that this was the best song he had ever put out. Do you agree with that statement?
I don't know.
Speak with your heart.
It is really good, but I don't know if it's the best song.
Do you think it's the best song on this album?
I can't say that it is.
Here's the thing. Johnny Frank has peaked like 5 times in this album cycle for me. Like when the singles were coming out and then when the album came out, like 2016 Cavaliers immediately was my favorite song.
And I love Empty Handed.
Empty Hand is great. Blindsided, we did a fucking video for.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the video, go watch
watch our music video, especially
We
you,
made a
Johnny.
music video. Yes, we need Johnny Frank to watch our music video that we made for his song.
Yes. All our own budget.
Yeah.
We probably use...
Probably use more stuff than he does.
Bro, we put more money into our video than Johnny Frank did into this video for the end, but his was still better.
Yeah.
And I'm not just clowning on the video. He said that. He said that they put the least amount of budget into this video compared to all the rest of them. I still think the one with the combine is probably the most expensive one.
Yeah, because you had to...
Unless he just had a friend.
I don't know. Just running a combine is expensive, though. Was it even running or was it just sitting there? I don't remember if it was moving or not.
I think it was moving. It's like at the end. But
The end.
So I'm gonna say no. 2016 Cavaliers is still my favorite on the album. What's your favorite on the album?
I think my favorite to sing along to is Empty Handed.
Which was the third single?
Yeah. The one with Dylan Marlowe.
Okay. That being said, The End is my 2. I think The End is my second favorite on this
It
album.
would be hard for me to actually like... Talking to Your Ghost is such a good one too.
Dude, the whole album is goated.
The whole album's good. I can't pick the top. I don't know.
So like Bill Murray said that this was his favorite song on the record, but they're all that level. Except for like maybe 1 or 2 songs. And even those are really good. Miss Me is good, but it's not up there with some of the others. Like even songs that don't get talked about, like Straight Through You. I fucking love that song.
Oh yeah. Spinning You Around is one of my other favorites.
Drunk Enough.
Yeah.
We're just going to end up talking about American motorsports again, but we're supposed to be talking about these 2 new songs. Okay, so the video for The End. I think it is my favorite music video on the cycle.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Because he fits all the stereotypes of a Bill Murray person.
The American flag shirt with the eagle on it that's too small.
Way too small. Well, it's somehow too big in the width, but too short.
It's a crop top.
Yeah, it's
a button-up crop top. How does that even work?
Do you think they like got it, like stretched it out?
Or do you think he cut the bottom off of it?
No, it didn't look like it. I was looking for that. It still looked, it had seams on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a women's?
A women's American flag pull-up, maybe.
I don't know.
But he got the jorts.
Yeah.
He had the dad sneakers that he has definitely wore.
Yeah, the stained New Balances for sure.
And then he had the white sugar-free Monster can.
Well, they might have been New Balances or they might have been the Nike Air Monarchs. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, they were cranking.
Yeah.
Definitely cranked his hog in those shoes.
Yes, for sure.
And then the sunglasses. What were they like? Were they off-brand fucking...
Like off-brand Pit Vipers?
Yeah.
I don't think they were real Pit Vipers. I don't know. I didn't pay attention that much.
We were talking about it before we started recording, and he's signed to a major record label now. So do you think that like the record label approaches him as like, all right, well, we have you slotted for this many videos. What's the budget going to be so we can grant you the money, get you situated? And he's like,
you know
money.
What I would do? Fucking lie. Yeah, I needed like $100,000 budget for this video, and then just fucking...
He just pays his camera guy a bunch of money.
All right, we're going to shoot it all on my iPhone with shit that I already have.
Yeah, I think that would be fraud.
No, I mean...
You have contracts. The money has to go to the video.
I mean, it did. Into my pocket so I could make the video.
You're saying he paid himself to star in an iPhone video. I see.
Yeah, it's like to get me in the video is $100,000. So
I love Johnny Frank. I mean, like, is there another artist that we talk about that we get more excited for than Bill Murray?
I don't think so.
Like, and it's not even that I'm a huge Bill Murray fan and I'm like this emotionally connected to his music. I just get so happy when we talk about him and when we listen to his music.
Yeah, he's just such a... even the sad songs are happy.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Nah.
The sad songs make me happy.
4.5.
4.75.
Ooh. I think that's the highest score you've ever given.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good.
And we will see you fellow hog crankers in Richmond sometime in what, March?
February 14th.
February 14th.
Valentine's Day, bitches.
Is it on Valentine's Day?
Yeah. On a Friday.
Oh.
I'm going with my wife. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you got to tell me what you said in the car about going with your wife to a concert.
Oh. I always wind up with some kind of like woman in front of me that's too close to me and I feel uncomfortable. And this time, you bitches can back off because I brought my own. She can be there. It's fine.
It is a constant struggle with him. I don't think I've ever seen a grown man squirm more to have a woman like pressed up against him.
I'm a taken married man. Back off.
I also just get the sense that you like your space.
I do like my space.
And you don't want a sweaty unknown.
Yeah, I don't. Unknown people touching me.
But now he gets to use his wife as a human shield so no one else touches him.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. At concerts, I'm just kind of like, all right. Unless it's a sweaty ass man headbanging his long hair into my face, then I get homicidal. Like, that pisses me off so much. Like, tie that shit up, bro.
Yeah.
Get a hair tie. They're like 10 cents.
All right, so I texted one of my friends as another older Underoath fan. He's older than me, older than you. I asked if he had listened to the new singles. And he said, I am an Underoath fan. I listened to one of them, thought it was ass, didn't listen to the other one.
That seems to be the general consensus from that side of the Underoath fandom. Look, man, I'm into weird shit too. You know that. You know I listen to some weird shit. I'll be listening to fucking Bilmuri and Wage War, and then I'll go listen to Halsey, and I'll enjoy them equally, you know? So, fuck y'all, respectfully. Jake, Linkin Park have returned with their new single, Over Each Other.
There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other.
It is their third song off the long-awaited album From Zero. Now, interestingly enough, I have a lot to say about this song. Even though it's not that interesting of a song. If I'm being honest, it's a very basic, like, modern rock song.
I wouldn't even say it's like a basic Linkin Park song. It didn't really feel like a Linkin Park song to me.
Okay, I'm going to argue with you about this.
Okay.
I thought it definitely felt like a Linkin Park song because Linkin Park always has a song on their albums that don't sound like Linkin Park.
That's true.
And that's kind of, like, I feel like this song could have been made with Chester.
Yeah, it could have been a lot better with Chester.
Yes, for sure, because Chester's the GOAT. My point is, though, like, I don't think it's that crazy to assume that this song would be here. I don't think it's even a step in like a bad direction or anything. I think it, like, for example, Meteora, there was not another song on that album that sounded like Breaking the Habit. You know what I'm saying? There was not another song on the album with Iridescent that sounded like Iridescent. And maybe it's not the case for every album by them, but I feel like it happens pretty frequently. I would say
Shadow of the Day.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Hands Held High.
Yeah. I guess my point is a song not sounding like Linkin Park is kind of Linkin Park.
No, Shadow of the Day definitely sounded like Linkin Park.
Yeah, but did it if you were there when that out,
Valentine's Day, on the other hand.
Well, that's the weakest song on Minutes to Midnight.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Do you disagree or agree with my statement though?
I agree.
And
there's always like one or two like
Now I think it makes it a little bit worse in this case because it's not Chester singing.
Yeah.
Like I could have shown you that song and been like, hey, this is her other band. And you probably would have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I get why this song might be a little bit off-putting to some people, but I don't think it's any cause for concern, if that makes sense. Because the Emptiness Machine and Heavy Lies the Crown are very Linkin Park sounding songs. What did you think of the song itself? Like, just as a song, not even by Linkin Park.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's about where I'm at.
Yeah. It's all right.
I wasn't very impressed with it, but it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's bad.
Like if that came on in between a set at a concert, I'd probably be like, okay.
I think this one fits her a little better.
Okay.
Because it doesn't sound as much like a Linkin Park song to me. I don't know.
So how would you rank the 3 singles so far?
I think Over Each Other would be at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to. Emptiness Machine, Heavy as the Crown. I think I'd put Emptiness Machine at the top.
That's exactly my ranking.
Yeah.
So Over Each Other,
Machine, Heavy as the Crown, then Over Each Other.
the Emptiness Machine was the most Linkin. Well, no, because Heavy. It's like 2 different eras of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Those 2.
Well, Emptiness Machine had a whole lot of Mike Shinoda in it.
Yes, which
So-
that was my favorite part of the song was Mike.
Yeah.
Heavy as the Crown had some really cool vocals from Emily,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded very instrumentally like heavier Linkin Park. Over Each Other didn't give me any of that, really.
No.
And again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I'm still riding on the hype of Linkin Park being back. Give me a Linkin Park song. But
Just don't give me Emily singing an old Linkin Park song because I don't like it.
so you have decided you do not like her.
I
on the
don't
old
like her
songs?
singing the old songs, no.
Is it because you don't like the way she sounds, or is it because it makes you feel icky that it's not Chester?
No, it's because I don't like the way it sounds.
Okay.
It's not really written for her voice, I
Yeah.
don't think. It doesn't fit as well.
Was there any examples of songs that she did that you did like?
Not really.
So she did a piano rendition of Lost, which was on the Meteora 20th anniversary. I thought she sounded really good on that, but it's a piano version.
Yeah.
I think that Emily will always sound her best on the new songs.
Yeah. Because that's how it's written.
But
with her as the intended vocalist.
I think Bleed It Out is a song that I want to see live the most. Not necessarily because I think Emily sounds greatest on that, but it has a lot of Mike. And I think that that's what my excitement for seeing Linkin Park live is going to be, is Mike. And like, I think she sounded good on What I've Done, but she's probably been practicing that and singing that song for years, probably since she was a kid, right?
God, that song almost got 1 billion plays.
The Transformers song.
Yeah, none of the other songs even come close to having that many plays.
Bleed It Out has close to it, doesn't it?
That's 600 million.
No.
955 million at What I've Done. It's
So-
almost 1 billion plays.
So is Bleed It Out the closest, though, to it?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you were wondering, we just went through the entire Linkin Park catalog on Spotify, and the only songs that weren't in the millions were interludes.
Yeah.
And I bet you there were some interludes that were in the millions.
Probably just because people are too lazy to skip it.
I gave it a 2.5.
I think I'm also going to give it a 2.5. Yeah.
All right, well, still excited for the future of Linkin Park. As they come out, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the album. Jake, we have to talk about something else, though, that everyone is fucking talking about right now. Your boys. No, I'm just kidding.
My boys? Why they got to be my boys?
Oh, you're definitely the bigger As LA Dying fan between
I mean,
the two of
yeah,
us.
between the two of us.
Nah. But man, I've been following this shit. Let me tell you, this shit is funny. So, I'm just going to give a brief overview of the situation, and then we're going to talk about it. If you've ever heard of a band named As I Lay Dying, they have dealt with some shit throughout the years. There's been, what would you say, some controversy with this band? So, for those of you who don't know, the too long didn't read here is Tim Lambesis of As I Lay Dying hired a undercover cop as a hitman to kill his ex-wife. Went to prison for it. It was a whole thing. Denounced the Christianity part of the band, said that he was an atheist. Then, after he got out of prison, got jacked, he restarted As I Lay Dying. And with some new members, some old members. And they actually had a pretty surprisingly smooth startup again.
Yeah.
I was surprised that as many people had forgiven him as they did. Okay. So they released an album after that. It was fucking fantastic. Probably my favorite As I Lay Dying album, maybe. And then now we're in the second album cycle since the return. and we've been talking about the singles. Last week, though, shit got weird, Jake.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been some shit going down inside of this band.
Yes, and it's not been public this time. But guitarist Ken Susie, bassist and clean vocalist Ryan Neff, and drummer Nick Pierce have all announced in the last 7 days that their time with As I Lay Dying has come to an end. Phil Sagrasso, am I saying that right? I'm guessing here. Sorry, Phil. Phil Sagrasso stated he would be making a statement in the future due to bureaucracy.
Being as he's the only one left.
Besides Tim. Yeah, so let's stop there for a second. Do you think Phil's leaving? He's the only like OG member with Tim from the beginning.
I don't know. Are they like best friends? I don't.
So
they would have to be for it to work.
And you'd think that for Phil to, because Phil was in the original lineup at the beginning before the hiring the Hitman. He was in it again the second time. And he's somehow, maybe we don't know to what extent, holding on right now.
Yeah.
So you'd think that, yes, they're like family or really close friends. They've been through a lot together, whatever. I just going to take a guess here. With every other band member leaving and the specific things that they said in their statements, which I'm going to bring up in a second, I think Phil's going to leave. I think he's finally going to just do the thing that he's been thinking about doing for a long time. But I can't like do more than speculate beyond that. Jake, I did write down a couple pieces from their statements that I thought were very alarming things. Ryan said, and this is not the whole statement, this is just a bit. Unfortunately, my personal morals have recently been tested to a breaking point, and now the saddest ending to what could have been the greatest second chance for this band. Ken Susie says, this is far from being the ending I anticipated, and I feel I need to distance myself from the band in an effort to retain my personal health and integrity. Okay, these two things, integrity and personal morals, that's not something that comes up a whole lot when people leave bands.
If I'm source checking this right, you got the name wrong. Or Ken, it was Nick Pierce that said that.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. So it was Nick Pierce that actually said that last part. Nick Pierce said, this is far from being the ending I anticipated, and I feel I need to distance myself from the band in an effort to retain my personal health and integrity.
So apparently there's some like really dark shit going on that it's testing people's morals and integrity.
Yeah. And like, to give you an idea, Ryan Neff, not just the bassist, he is all over these new songs vocally. Like,
Susie's announcement also said that Neff is receiving a lot of backlash for stepping down first, and I regret not sharing my decision sooner and standing confidently with my friend. So they were leaving at the same time.
Yeah. And yeah,
it's just one of them said it before the other one did.
This sounds really messy.
Yeah.
Now, is it unfair of me to just point out the immediate common denominator here? Tim Lambesis. Like, look, I'm a person of second chances, right? I'm listening to the new As I Lay Dying songs. We're talking about them on the show. We're giving an honest opinion of them. I have let this second chance, happen on my end. But I would be stupid to sit here and tell you, oh, this has nothing to do with the guy that tried to have his wife murdered. He's clearly not he clearly doesn't have it all together.
Yeah.
3 band members in 1 week. Phil saying he's going to make a statement, but he can't due to business bureaucracy.
He must have more of a stake in the band than the others do.
My guess is that Tim and Phil were signed, as I Lay Dying, and then the other 3 members were paid, to play.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
I mean, that'd be a pretty safe guess. Or, like you said, their contract ended.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's...
that's next.
Yeah.
There's more to this story. Okay. So the same week this all happened, a bunch of their music got taken off of streaming platforms, and people were like, yo, what gives? And we don't know whether it was Tim or Phil or a member of their team that posted on social media basically saying, hey, something to do with a contract and we'll have it fixed soon. It looks like their music's back up. Oh, wait. The new album's not there. The last album.
Oh, yeah.
The one with My Own Grave? Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
Yeah, everything after Awakened.
Well, there was only one album in
Was
between.
it only
Awakened
one
and the
between
new
there?
one. Yeah, it was the one with Blinded and
Yeah.
the Return album's missing.
Hmm.
Interesting. So
That must have been the album that's owned by a different.
maybe. But regardless, it is weird that it happened the same week.
Yeah.
And there's another part to this that you and I haven't even talked about yet. The same week, Tim's fiance made a post saying how horrible it is that people are throwing accusations at her husband, Tim Lambesis, for physically abusing her and mistreating her to the point where the police got involved, and that it's all a bunch of lies and that you should never believe anyone but her about it. And I didn't even know people were making those accusations, so her post was the first one I saw.
Oh.
So we're talking about morals. We're talking about integrity. We're talking about 3 members giving up their careers currently, for the near future at least,
Yeah.
for morals and integrity. Then you got his wife saying that. You got the music falling off. Why keep this alive?
I don't think there's anything else he can do. Like, what else is he going to do? Nobody trusts him for anything else.
Yeah.
You can't just like start a business and be super trustworthy.
Not to mention, and this is to be expected, not to the degree that it happened though. Metalcore fucking Twitter and Facebook are running rampant with this shit. They're creating so many memes. Bro, I logged into Twitter the other day, including Nick Nocturnal, just posting, I have decided that I have left Azalea dying. Someone said, Franz, I think, posted it. He's like, I have decided to leave Azalea dying. And it's a meme. It's funny as fuck, but shit's wonky right now. So you, as a fan, do you just take Azalea dying out behind the woodshed, put it down?
It honestly wouldn't bother me too much at this point.
So the bullshit's probably going to be forever, though, with this band.
Yeah. And honestly, with what they have, I can listen to that.
Yeah. Would it surprise you if Tim does call it quits and ends the band?
Yes.
That would surprise you?
It would surprise me if he tries that, because I believe at this point that's all he has.
Okay, but what about it affecting his relationship? How long do you let that go? Because this is not the first time that she has been involved in drama with Tim.
You really think he cares about his relationship?
Though, I guess that is the question. How much does he care about his relationship?
More than his last one, I would hope.
It's just weird. It's weird hearing nothing about physical abuse rumors, allegedly. Allegedly on all this, by the way. I don't want to get sued.
Allegedly.
Abuse rumors. But the only one you hear it from is the victim denying it. Like, it wasn't a big story. I don't know. What are the odds? Can we place bets on the future? Okay. Oh, also they canceled their European tour.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
What's the over-under on...
Azalea dying making it out of this alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, they canceled their big European tour. It was a headlining tour for the new album.
Also, if everybody's leaving the band like this and stating that their morals have been tested, there is no second chance.
To a breaking point.
For personal health, who else is going to be like, yeah, I'll play bass for him?
I saw a post in one of the metalcore pages that I'm on Facebook that said that this is fucked up, okay, but it's funny. It said that Tim Lambesis and Tobias from Our Hollow Our Home are going to start a band together.
Oh boy.
And then I added in the comments, why not throw Johnny Craig in there too?
Johnny Craig, new clean vocalist of As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
That could be fire.
It could be.
be.
It is a shame though, because both the past members and the present members of As I Lay Dying are so fucking talented.
Yeah, could you imagine an As I Lay Dying song with Johnny Craig vocals?
Okay, Jake's held up on.
Okay, hold on.
Can Canyon create it for us?
No, we're not talking to him anymore. He's
Redemption
giving me too
arc
much-
for Canyon.
He's giving me too much generic bullshit. All right.
Oh yes, Johnny Frank.
He's acting like a politician right now. That's what it is. You just give generic answers, so you don't have any kind of favoritism. You don't actually know what you're talking about.
It's all you fraud.
Fraud.
I think that it's not fair to the other members, because the members over the years, the ones that were in the band before the hiring of the hitman, and then after, the music has been so good that you can't sit here and tell me they're not talented and they don't deserve better than this.
Yeah.
Also, we need to make a correction, because we've been thinking Phil was the clean vocalist of As I Lay Dying. He is a backing vocalist. He is not the singer. The singer was Ryan.
Well, if that's the case, and they say that they're friends, they could start their own band, and that shit could be
Fucking fire.
it could be so good.
Because Ryan sounded so good on The Cave We Fear
Mhm.
to enter. I always forget there's another
The
part.
cave we fear
To enter.
to enter. That's why we fear it.
Also, is it a little weird to you that this guy's voice is going to be all over the new album and he's not even in the band when it comes out?
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep you guys updated on that situation, but it's definitely a weird situation. Our final story for the day, Jake. Warped Tour has officially been announced. Tickets are on sale now. But is it Warped Tour? Is it really Warped Tour?
I mean, no, it's kind of just like another festival at this point.
Yeah.
It's not Warped Tour.
All right, so here's the deets. 3, I held up one finger when I said 3. Don't be confused by that. 3 2-day festivals that are going to be hitting Washington, D.C., Long Beach, California, and Orlando, Florida. There will be 70 plus bands per date. The tickets for these dates started at $149.99, and that was including fees, but they had like a tier system like a lot of festivals have, where once a certain tier was sold out, they got boosted in price. And I think they're at like $220 now for the 2-day pass, which, let's be honest, is not that bad. For a festival, especially at the beginning price, $150 for 2 days, it's not bad at all. But it's not Warped Tour.
Is there even like lineups yet? Or
No,
anything?
that's the other thing. There is no lineup announced whatsoever. People are just buying tickets. Ooh, I didn't see the sponsors. Who we got?
Vans.
Well, yeah. Duh.
Ghost. The
Okay.
energy drink company. Okay. No Monster this time.
Hey, they make cereal now too.
Oh, that's true. Beatbox. Alcohol.
Okay.
Ernie Ball. Of course. Always. Haven't they always been
Yes.
a Warped Tour sponsor?
Yeah. There's always an Ernie Ball stage.
Firestone Walker Brewing Company.
Ooh.
And whatever Ohio is.
Huh?
Ohio?
Ohio
Mm,
is for lovers.
from 2:30.
Yeah. So that's the tier they're at now. I did confirm though the day they went on sale that they were in fact $149.99 total. Because I went all the way through the process like I was gonna buy them, but I didn't. They were being genuine about that. So
quickly gone.
yeah. Jake, do you think $149 including fees is a good price for this?
Well, see, that's just if you were to like live in the area, because all of these locations are very expensive locations.
Yes.
Very expensive.
For sure. And I'm not talking about that. I'm just strictly talking about the ticket price.
And I mean, the ticket price is comparable to like Blue Ridge.
Yeah. I would say I think it's cheaper than what Chad and I paid for it last year. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, because that constantly went up.
Yeah. I think the price is not the problem. Everything else is the problem
But
about
it's
this.
not Warped Tour.
It
at
is
that
not.
price. Warped Tour wasn't a multi-day event. It was like, what?
One day. 11 to 10.
$60 and some canned food, if
Yep.
that.
A city that was accessible to everyone in the country,
Virginia
pretty
Beach,
much.
Virginia Beach Warped Tour. Yeah, there was plenty of locations.
Like I'm pretty sure that everyone could have driven 5 hours to a Warped Tour.
Yeah. And you didn't have to stay overnight if you didn't want to, really.
Yeah. It is being put on by Kevin Lyman still. That's something that I think makes it a little better than your average festival.
Yeah.
Kevin Lyman's not going to fuck it up like Jonathan Sly did with Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Oof.
No way. But the food and the drinks and like the shower passes if there's campers, because now they're doing 2 days. So you got to think, are there people camping?
I don't think there's camping available
Okay.
in these places. It's festival grounds. Probably not. There's going to be too many people, I bet.
No lineup yet. They're starting the lineup announcements in January. 70 bands per date. That's interesting to me. That's a little bit 35 bands per day.
That's a lot. You're going to miss some of the bands that you want to see.
Well,
But
you
that's
always had-
been a
yeah.
Warped Tour thing. But still, I don't know.
So, fun fact, Jake and I had told you on the podcast that we wanted to go. The problem is, I don't think we realized how expensive hotels were in DC. It's like $200 to $250 a night for a cheap hotel that's not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
You still run the risk of also getting robbed because you're in DC.
Yeah. If anything, I think that I might get a 1-day pass, take a train up, stay one night, and come home. I think that's the strat if I go.
I don't think I'm going to go.
No. I've had enough festivals.
Yeah, most of the bands that I want to see, I could just see.
And that this year has proven that.
Oh, yeah.
Every band almost that we wanted to see besides like the out of the country bands
Yeah.
overseas. But even then, we're getting to see Eminence next year. Like, I've been to enough festivals to know that festivals aren't for me, and this feels too much like a
I
festival.
don't enjoy the festivals as much.
Mm-mm.
There's too much going on. And I find myself
Overstimulated.
Like, yeah, I find myself like at the end of the festival, it's like, yeah, I did get to see
Every band that I listened to this
I
year.
did get to see them, but I don't remember it at all because I was in the middle of a heat stroke. And also I saw 10 other bands that all just kind of blended together.
Also, I don't know if I'm going to make my car payment because I spent so much on food
Yeah.
and transportation.
This was $1,000 trip.
Yeah. To DC, somewhere that's 4 hours from us.
Yeah.
We would easily spend $1,000. It doesn't feel like Warped Tour. I know what Warped Tour felt like, and this is not it. And I think that that's kind of the general opinion of everyone right now. But yet people are still going to sell the shit out, and they're going to go and they're going to complain about it on Twitter. Guarantee. They're probably going to get My Chemical Romance, Bad Omens. They're going to get all the big bands. I mean, Falling in Reverse has already basically said they're going. Attila's already basically said they're going. It's going to be fun if you can walk, if you live 5 minutes away and just walk in.
Yeah.
I think, again, I'm not going to say like in finality that I'm not going. I want to see the lineup, and I want to see how much 1-day passes are. I want to see if they can blow me away with a lineup. But I'm not going to do 2 days.
I think I'm going to go ahead and...
You're a solid no.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a solid no. This is going to be too much.
As They Lay Dying reunion show. But here's the thing. Just reflecting for a second on all the shows that... And I'm not saying you went to a whole lot, but you had the opportunity to go to a whole lot of shows this year.
Oh, yeah.
Bands are so easy to see now. You don't need to go to Warped Tour to see them.
Yeah.
There is a couple exceptions.
The bands that don't tour anymore. Those are the only ones that you really...
Well, in the really popular ones.
Yeah.
Like Sleep Token, Blue Ridge Rock Fest was our only opportunity to be able to see them just because it was impossible to get tickets to their tour dates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excited about Warped Tour, Jake, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
But they did say that if it goes well this year, they'll have more dates next year. I don't know if that means 2 more dates or 10 more dates. Also, the Midwest, if you're angry, it's okay. We see you. We hear you. Nothing anywhere near the Midwest.
Not even close.
And what did you say? You said they better hit the Midwest. People
Yeah.
gonna be pissed if they don't.
Yeah. I mean, that's where most of the emo music is from. It's all Midwest.
Fumble of the bag, but we'll have to wait and see how bad the fumble was.
If you live in Wisconsin, fucked. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you could fly.
Yeah. Welcome to $3,000.
To be fair, if you live in Wisconsin, you probably don't get that good of a concert lineup in your area anyway, unless you live in like big cities.
Yeah.
Wisconsin just has a lot of empty space.
I feel like most of Wisconsin is close enough to like Chicago's not that far.
Yeah.
Because when we went to Wisconsin, we had to drive through Chicago, and it was probably only another like 5 hours to where we were going in Wisconsin. So,
We'll keep y'all updated.
Yeah.
Jake, I just have one little short thing to tell you. Get your opinion on before we head out of here. Asking Alexandria are retiring all of their old songs on this tour that they're on right now with The Word Alive, Memphis Mayfire, and Archers. They are done playing everything on their first 3 albums. And if you're wondering, that is the most popular songs by that band.
Yeah. Seems like kind of a bad call.
Danny hates it. He hates it all.
I know.
Danny has also been talking about...
I mean, even Falling in Reverse plays their old stuff. Come on now.
Yeah.
Nobody hates himself. Nobody hates their old music more than Ronnie.
So you guys should check out... Danny Warsnop has a TikTok page called Uncle D Snop, where he literally, all he does is respond to questions, comments, and stuff like that, and he makes video responses to like everyone. I've been at night just waiting to go to bed, just scrolling through them, watching them, because I think it's interesting what he has to say. He hates screaming, he hates rock, and he hates metal. He does not like it.
So he hates Asking Alexandria?
He has said multiple times that he is paid to sing for Asking Alexandria. He's not even an official member of the band.
Oh.
He is outsourced, basically, to do a task. And in order to keep him as a contractor for the band, he has stated that he does not want to play the old songs anymore.
I feel like they could find somebody else.
They did. He was a piece of shit, but he was a great vocalist and he liked metal. Also, Ben Bruce, their guitarist, left earlier this year. I don't know if you knew that. He was like an OG member and writer of the band. So what is your opinion about bands turning into a business opportunity and no passion left in the project? Because holy fuck, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, I hate it. It's dumb. Why even do it?
And like to the point where, you know, their song Into the Fire on their self-titled album, Danny's Return album, they cut out the screaming part. They released a radio edited version of the song without screaming, and that's the version they play live. It's so icky feeling, bro. Like, go. He makes good country music. Go do that.
Yeah.
The fuck are you in Asking Alexandria for anymore?
Because they pay him to do it.
Not an official member. What? I mean, I get it. I'd do it if I was paid that much money, but like Danny can make money elsewhere.
Does he just like get up on stage beforehand and do like the NFL things? Like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He's constantly talking about like he does like bits, like almost stand-up comedy bits in the middle of these metal songs. But he'll get on TikTok and be like, yeah, every song we wrote before the self-titled album, it's all dog shit. I hate it all. It is crappy art.
Motherfucker, you wrote this. You did it. What
No,
do you mean?
To be fair, though, he's also said that most of the shit they didn't even write.
Oh, boy.
If you ever just want to go down a rabbit hole, listeners and Jake, just go to Uncle D Snop and just start fucking listening. Now, I will say, I do give respect to him for being honest, because he is very honest about everything. He doesn't give a fuck who he pisses off. Like, Danny will straight up be like, yeah, I don't think women are equal to men, while wearing like a Black Rifle Coffee Company hat. And like, and I'm not saying that, I'm not talking about those things specifically, but he just doesn't care. He doesn't hide how he feels about things. He's not as bad as Ronnie, where he says just
the most off the wall shit.
He doesn't say the most off the wall shit. He just is who he is without pushing it.
He's approaching Radke-esque.
Yeah. And like someone asked him the other day, I saw that they were like, so like, what? You were friends with all these people, like Maddie Mullins from Memphis Mayfire and him are like best friends. Telly from The Word Alive and him are best friends. And he's like, yeah, they know I don't like their music. They know this isn't for me. Like, bro, you wrote Stand Up and Scream. Oh my God.
I'll give him that. That song's not great.
But they have released good songs. It's a shame. It just, for people that are like fans like I am with Underoath, I can't imagine being told that. Like a diehard Asking Alexandria fans just went and fucking had to get therapy after that shit.
So you like the songs more than the man who made and sings the songs?
Yeah. That has paid his bills for years. Those songs have.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that first album, Stand Up and Scream, did not make Danny successful. It's just, you can't argue that. Anyway, I just thought that was weird.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. We've been going for about an hour and a half. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too. Was it? Yeah. Getting a little late. Should we try him one more time? Give us an outro?
You want to give Canyon one more chance?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Give me an outro for my podcast, Scene Labs.
Sounds like a wrap. How about something like, thanks for tuning in to Scene Labs. Keep exploring the wild world of cinema with us, and don't forget to subscribe.
Cut that out. Hang on.
Hey,
He doesn't understand what
you
it
gotta
is.
tell
Hang
him it's
on.
about
Yeah,
emo music.
Hey, Jacob, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Give me an outro for my podcast, Scene Labs, where we talk about metal and emo music.
No, he wants to talk about cinema, Jake.
You there? You there? One more try.
All right.
Maybe you just didn't hear me. Give me an outro to my podcast, Scene Labs, about metal and emo music.
And that's a wrap of this episode of Scene Labs, where metal melodies meet emo emotions, and we discuss the intricate rhythms and raw feels that define these genres. Until next time, keep your amps loud and your eyeliner brown.